with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care, I'm fine, I'm fancy brighter. Yeah, 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 oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh baby, I don't need love me. Hey, hey. 'Cause the love I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care, I'm fine, I'm fancy brighter. Yeah, 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 oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. Yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling goodbye, I'm telling goodbye. It's the calm before the storm. Things aren't as they were before. You best start bracing. Did you think you could keep us out? Shut the gates, forget us now. Tides are changing. Can you hear this sound? Can't stop us now. We're not back in town, know what we're doing. Things are about to change, it's evolution. Once you shake the ground, you feel it moving. We the revolution. With the ground beneath your feet, with a whisper in the tree. Do you feel us watching? Hunger in our eyes, victories on our minds. It's our time to rise. Can you hear the sound? Can't stop us now. We're not back in town, know what we're doing. Things are about to change, it's evolution. Once you shake the ground, you feel it moving. We the revolution.
We're not the same, we're not the same. We're not the same, we run everything. We're not the same, we're not the same. They ain't got us running through these veins. Make way for the king.
Welcome everyone to another AFR broadcast. Today we're coming to you from the Hungaroring in Hungary for round 13 of the Tier 1 and Tier 2 Championship. As usual, I am Kunai Zero, and joined with me tonight is Jacob Meister.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay, so 18 minutes on that clock here in qualifying. The first couple of cars are starting to come out. Jacob Meister, how about you give us a rundown of the current standings and what you're expecting from tonight's race?
Will do. So after last week in Britain with Potsy winning, so currently Revo and Macau, who are no longer in this league, they're still leading the standings, 221 and 183 points respectively, but the real contenders here, so Matt Cadabri is next in the standings with 140 points, then Potsy with 115 and Big Al with so Mika and Potsy getting wins after Revo and Macau leaving, but really anybody here has the pace to get a win, get some good points, and points are still pretty close for the last 10 or so rounds of the season.
No, that's awesome. I'm really keen to see how everything evolves from here on out. Alright, so who is the first driver out? I would assume it's Apollo. It's usually always Apollo. So we'll jump on board with him as he prepares to start his flying lap of the Hungaroring tonight. So 15 minutes and 30 on that clock. Let's have a look. So the Hungaroring, some compare it to an adult go-kart track. I quite like the Hungaroring, but each to their own. So here we go, around turn 1, and then that kicks off the DRS zone, and then you fly all the way down into turn 2. You want to try and keep fairly close to the inside line so that you can absolutely punch it around the next couple. Use all of the curb, and then up through the gears. Some choose to go to 8th, some hold in 7th. A nice shift down, kick on the inside. You want to make sure you don't put too much of your left tyre over, otherwise that will invalidate, and the same happens on the other side of the track. And that inside curve as you come around turn 5 is an absolute killer, so you don't touch that. Now you move through 6, 7, nice quick chicane, 8 and 9, and then the rest of the track is essentially pretty easy. See, not too much on the steering wheel there as he passes his teammate. 53 seconds on the clock there as he hits sector 3. Have the weird turn 13. It looks easy, but your car does seem to get really unsettled if you're not careful. And we come around the final. Turn 14, hit the DRS zone, and then a straight shot to the finish. And Apollo will cross the line there with a 114.4. And I'm sure we'll see some other times now. Big Al with a 114.2. Let's see who's behind him. It's one of the Mercedes. Flyboy with a 114.586.
Yeah, tidy lap there from Apollo. You'll see he actually ran out of ERS at the very end, as I think there was Smitty with a 14.6, Peter with a 14.6 as well. So the drivers will need to think about their ERS deployment throughout their lap. And Panda, hello, 13.5. Look at that.
Quick lap time there from the Red Bull. Jump on board here with Wahid, who's just starting his flying lap driving for Team Orange. We've got a decent amount of times there on the board. Gus rules the slowest so far with a 115.19 as Feber jumps up into second there with a 114.0.
That curve there also killer turn 3 on the inside. Quite a few curves will just spit you out or spin you around. And this kink here, very easy to run wide and get an invalidation. But we see that appear there.
So you obviously want to keep off that inside concrete curve. Absolute killer there. Looks like Peter there with a 114.6. Potsy set a time there with a 114.2. And Lotus as well with a 115.0 combined. Oh, well, he's gone slow. He's gone a bit slippery there. And I don't think we've got any damage on the car. We've lost an end plate. There is an end plate gone, so he'll have to watch as he joins back on the track. We'll see if we can have a quick look at that again. So here he is coming around. What is that turn? That'd be turn 6 and 7. And then gets, into the grass. That's what slid him out. So as they turn in here, yep, that's it. Bang. Onto the AstroTurf. And then he ends up colliding into the wall there. Unfortunate.
Luckily caught the wall with his back of the car there, which you really don't get damage from, so no terminal damage anyway.
We'll jump on with Matt Dabry, so one of 5 drivers yet to set a time. Sid Sloth at the back there with the 115.7. Who else? T-Mac. Oh, Geordie.
Geordie,
Oh,
yeah.
Heat's teammate. 114.069.
Look at the
Because-
gap between first and everybody else. That's half a second.
Yeah. It's actually, it's quite, everyone's going to work their way up to there, but right now Red Panda is in a league of his own. Also, thank you, Re-Res, for the follow. Much appreciated. So here is Matt Dabry, just pulling over, waiting for the other cars to get past. So you can start off. N0, thank you for the follow, as well as Max Velas. Much appreciated. Here we go, into the DRS. Let's see what Red Panda's teammate, if he can bring the pain. And join Red Panda up there. Ooh, heavy lock up there already.
Shouldn't slow down too much. A little bit of lock up there again for me as well.
It's weird. Apparently the lockup animations are unique to each person, so it's not
Yeah,
even consistent.
yeah.
So if I say he's got a lockup, he might not even be locking up. But I mean, that's what I see. So that's all I can comment on. There we go.
Small lockups don't seem to really affect the lap time though, but if turn 1 was that big of a lockup, then it might have affected him.
It's looking pretty clean so far. Here we go. We'll click into sector 3. Oh, don't think he meant to turn that tight. 52.5. So we hit sector 3. Gonna
He's
come
on
up
path 13 potentially here.
He's going to come up into traffic, but I don't think it's going to affect him at all. No, way too far ahead. Pulling into the pit lane there. And we go around turn 14. It's all or nothing. Foot to the floor, hits the DRS. What do we got? He'll cross the line, and he is the 113, and it's just behind.
Look at the Red Bulls.
The teammate there at 113.627. So right now, with 10 minutes left on that clock, Red Bull have locked out that front grid, but I can't imagine that's going to stay there for long because there's a bunch of drivers that I can see in this lineup that would have something to say about that. There's Feber, currently on his out lap with a 114.0. He'll be looking to try and match or better times above him.
So one thing to point out here, and I'm going to hype it up because of the person who said it. So Band is apparently saying that this is his power track, so Bandcamp might be one to watch out for here today.
Looks like him and Yumsy both on flying laps, and Matsoid as well. We'll have to keep an eye on those times. Someone just tripped over. Who was that? That would have been Yumsy. Wow, he shot up into third place with a 113.998. He's dropped Jordy and Feber down one spot. As Feber now comes up to turn 13. It's so interesting because technically, right, from turn 12 to turn 13, or what is referred to as turn 13, there's a little kink, and that is called turn 12A.
Ugh,
Officially,
really?
that is called turn 12A. There is another one of those as well, which is turn 1A. Which, so as we come here, the 50-meter board, here's turn 1. You come up on the inside, and then this slight kink, whoa, as he gets a little bit sideways, this slight kink here, turn 1A. Officially, that's what it's called.
it's probably pointless, but yeah, getting the oversteer going into turn 1A, as I should say, can really lose you a lot of temps. It'd be surprising how much time you can...
Oh my god.
Wow.
So
So barely getting out of the way.
Yeah, that was it's crazy interesting. Feber managing to avoid him. You can see Big Al taking the pigeon route straight across the chicane, trying to make sure he gets out of the way for Feber. Feber hasn't invalidated yet, so it's still a live lap. Big Al might be in the way. Nope, swerves over to the left, so it shouldn't impact him too much.
The half a second toe there between turns 8 and 9.
That fly point deserves a 10 place penalty. I feel like that might be a bit
no.
extreme. There's Red Panda there stopping. He's probably looking to do another flying lap. Yes, he is. So Feber now, final straight, crosses the line. Oh, and it's a good one. It's a 113.65. And that shoots him up into third place. Not enough to touch the Red Bulls just yet, but we've got 7 minutes, 20 seconds left on that clock, so I can only imagine we've got much more time. Come out and set another fastest.
Just looking, everyone's set a lap so far. Normally, one or two drivers might not have set a lap at this point, but everyone's on the board.
Matsoid with a 123.6, so obviously he's having a bit of a feel out there. Wahid managed to redeem himself up in our 8th place now with a 114.2. Combined and Lotus both on outlap, so they'll be looking to improve. Currently on board with T-Mac, who is making his way around the final sector of the track. He's sitting 11th with his teammate in 10th. See if he can, he always provides pretty strong drive, so we'll see if he can improve his time at all, where he can land on the board. But so far, it's been pretty close.
Super close, and T-Max had a lot of support from the Williams crew. They've all been working together, and I'm assuming sharing strats, so hopefully it'll pay off, because T-Max had a pretty tough run this season in this game, to be frank.
Alright. Let's have a look. We'll keep an eye on all of these as Red Panda sets the fastest lap yet again with a 113.288. T-Mac comes around. Turn 3, turn 4. Here we go. Clicks that sector. Is he up on his time? Yes, he is. 500ths. Oh!
Very close to invalidating.
Yep, pushing very, very hard, but that's exactly what you want to see. You want to maximize every single inch and millimeter of the track as possible. Oh, that didn't look good. And he had a short shift there, obviously taking the safer route, making sure not to spin those tires and end up in the wall. Still up on his time, even though it is 300ths.
We was talking about mid-13s earlier in the week, but he's not quite on pace in this lap.
Up to turn 14. Nice and flat. Goes out a bit wide. Yeah, that's going to cost him some time. But it's a 114.1. Which is... well, hilariously, he actually moves down a place. Because everyone else has improved. But you can see he got very squirrely out of turn 14. So I'm sure there is time on the board. Let's jump on with Bandcamp. So Bandcamp claims it's a power track for him. He is currently on an app lap just out of the pits. Has set a 114.8 so far. Currently sitting 17th. 4 minutes 35 on the board. Red Panda still in provisional pole with his 113 to his teammate. Dabry second there with a 113.6. Fever jumped up back to third with a 113.657. It's nothing, almost nothing in it. Leroy, thank you for the follow. I don't know how these keep sneaking under, but I get the updates eventually.
We've been getting a lot more recently, which has been awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Alright, so from first to... wow, from first to 13th is 1 second.
Dang.
That's awesome. That's awesome to see. Alright, here we go.
The wide line, get more speed going into the lap area.
Alright, so Bandcam will cross the line to start his flying lap. Let's see if he can improve on the 114.8. Hard on the brakes here. Nice and easy. Outside. And that's the thing you got to be careful of. And I say this, I feel like I'm a broken record, but if Martin Brundle can do it, I can do it. There's so much torque in these cars in the lower gears. You really have to be careful. If you put your foot down too hard, you will spin and you will have a crash. So short shifting gives you the safety net of the higher gears to prevent that, but then of course the acceleration is poorer. So it's this weird line that you have to keep balancing with in order to try and maximize your lap times. Sometimes playing it safe and losing a couple of tenths if you're not sure is better than not playing it safe and putting it in the wall. Which is exactly what happened to George Russell at Imola.
Yeah.
He was trying to warm up those tyres, but unfortunately shifted. Sort of basically didn't take into account the torque. Bang, straight into the wall. Which is such a shame to see, but I mean, anybody can do it. Romain Grosjean.
It's going to go up the pace here, but this might improve anyway.
He beat his time! He beat...
Baby steps.
So he literally set the same time, I think.
I mean, it was 1,000th faster.
1,000th faster. Okay.
Either way, that's still he's consistent. He's probably the most consistent driver on the grid, to be fair. But Oh.
1,000th faster. Not bad.
Wow. I don't think I've seen that happen before.
Is this ranked by teams or single player?
I'm not quite understanding that question.
Yeah, you'd have to.
I'm trying to figure out what context it could be in, but I'm still not.
If you
really...
mean by like how are the standings? This, I mean, it's the.
I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of
Wolfsy,
the-
can you just clarify that one because I'm not following. As Gus Rules retires from the session, so he's happy with a 14-5, but currently 14th. So where is his teammate? That'd be Smitty, right? No, sorry, Gus Rules is in Alpha Tower, so it's Matzoid. Matzoid currently sitting there with a 114.6, down at 16th there.
He's crawling along.
All right, here goes Red Panda. Current provisional poll. Can he improve on a 113.288 already?
Is that starting to rain?
It does look that way. It's very, very dark.
Now the track might not get wet straight away, so maybe
Wow, yeah, there's the rain, yeah.
Pan can get a decent pace left, but otherwise he's pretty guaranteed. That's insane. I was going to say that actually the clouds are getting dark, but I didn't think it'd start raining.
Oh, yeah, Red Panda
There's
does
the
get...
correct- Yeah.
You can
That rain
see how that's affecting everyone. So right now, Red Panda might have just been given... Oh, don't get on the track like that. Oh. That was,
Well, he was. Oh no, it was Geordie was just able to jump up there a little bit. Thankfully, just getting his lap in. But it looks like everyone's pulling the plug because of this rain. Yeah.
I'm just interested to see. I'll jump on with Peter. He's currently on an outlap, but I don't think he'll try and run it.
A bit of a
Oh.
desync. Ooh, yeah.
Yep. Thank you for the follow, DJ Basket and Elliptic. Much appreciated. See,
Interesting
everyone's having,
line.
everyone's having trouble. There's no
You
grip
can't hit the
anywhere.
curb if you go on the inside.
Is it not ranked? No, this isn't. This is a private league. It's so no, it's not on ranked lobbies or anything like that. It's open to Australia and New Zealand drivers. So if you fit the bill, you can. You're more than welcome to join the Discord. See if you can secure yourself a seat. So a bunch of people retiring from the session now. As it stands, I can't imagine anyone's going to be able to set a faster lap. The Red Panda will lock out. However, Sid has split up the Red Bulls with that 113.5, so that is a great job there from the Renault. His teammate would be Bandcamp, and unfortunately he couldn't set a faster time, and he'll start down in 17th.
Combined is pushing these two teams up, so I
Oh,
think he's finding a bit of time.
Condon asks the 8-ball in the chat, will he get a podium again? And the 8-ball has absolutely denied him.
Wow.
Now, I don't want to say that that's final, but is an 8-ball.
Can't question it.
So Pondon's challenge today is to prove that thing wrong. We're just waiting on...
Combined does jump up.
It's 1:15.02. Lotus is on a fast lap. Let's see, does he improve? I don't think so. Or he might. He does. He takes it back! He takes it back! Lotus takes 18th place back from combined.
A rushing battle for second last on the grid, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. In the rain, too. In the rain.
Yeah. Oh, look at the sparks fly. I love it. Alright, so that is... April has been surprisingly accurate. Yeah, it has. Alright, so that is the qualifying done. Congratulations to Red Panda. He will take the prime position on the grid. Sid Sloth managed to split up the Red Bulls. He'll take second with that 113.5. Matt Dabry will start third with a 113.6. Febo will start alongside with a 113.65. Almost nothing in that. Potsy and Apollo 5th and 6th. Wahid and Geordie will start alongside each other in 7th and 8th. And T-Mac and Smitty will round up that top 10. 113.9 flat and a 113.928 respectively. Big Al Yumpsy Flyboy Gus Rules Peter there in 15th. And unfortunate for Combined, who did jump up in 18th, but Lotus ended up taking it back right at the end there. So they'll all have their free choice of tyres, so it's not, completely lost. They will have an option. Oh, that sky is grey.
That might be interesting.
The sky is grey. Do we actually have a...
I didn't catch any weather. I haven't had chat up because my phone's dead, sadly, but...
Well, maybe it's more fun if we don't know.
Exactly. Now, just pointing out, that was Panda's first pole of the season. Geordie qualified 8th. That's his lowest qualifying result since China. And that was a couple of months ago now, so that's pretty crazy to consistency from him. Interesting to see how everyone goes tonight.
I'm just thinking, if it does rain here at Hungary, this is not a conducive track to rain.
Season 4, it did rain for it. Last season, sorry, it did rain for us in Tier 1. I remember it well.
So I'm just wondering if that's going to go well.
How are people sorting themselves out for this weather if there is any?
Alright, so as expected, everyone in the top 10 is on softs. Everyone not in the top 10 is on medium.
Yeah, that's expected because the strat is either soft, hard, just to try and qualify on softs and try and get grip position, or if you aren't, medium, hard's safest way through.
Well, the predicted pit stop strategy is saying a 2-stop. Soft, medium, medium, or a soft, medium, hard.
But the pit lane is pretty long.
I don't know if I'd call that AWS, but then again, how could AWS possibly be wrong?
Exactly. I don't think it's taking into account the pit lane length. If it was maybe, I don't know, Singapore, I don't know, can't think of anything else off the top of my head, then yeah, maybe. Is it one stop as well?
Trend22 in the chat there, def soft to hard or medium to hard. Yeah, exactly. I don't see this as a 2-stopper. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it starts to rain, yes.
Everyone seems to have gone as if there isn't any rain, though.
Oh, maybe it's just overcast. Either way, we'll find out at some point. 35 laps around this beautiful circuit. Red Panda leading the group. Makes his way up to that final turn now.
Sid in second. He is reserving in this league as well. Yumsy down in 12th, the other reserve in the grid, sorry.
Okay, so now we just wait for the rest of the grid to line up, get in their respective driver box, be able to kick this off for what should be a very interesting race. See combine there, just lining up now. There are the 5 red lights. Now obviously the desync doesn't mean anything, so we've still got to wait until we see those cars move, and now they're off. So Red Panda gets a pretty decent start, and the camera apparently doesn't want to help me out here, but there we go. So Sid getting fought really, really bad by... Oh, I saw a massive crash already! Feber ends up getting into the back of Sid there, and I think he ended up taking out... who was that?
Matt got flown off. Oh, Lotus has just punted Matt Soid. He's lost the new plate. Yumsy spun his ground as well.
Jesus Christ, one of the cars was in the track just then. I have no idea what's going on. A yellow flag has been called for Sector 1 as Yumpsy got spun round.
That was on his own, I believe. I didn't see him get hit.
And after all that chaos, Red Panda is in the lead. Apollo is now there. Okay, there's the apparent corrected pit stop strategy. Soft to hard. T-Mac gets... Is that a DNF or a disconnect?
I think that's a DNF. It looks like he's just gone off on the right-hand wall before the chicane, and it's a VSC.
Oh my lord, a VSC, and it's only lap 1. I have no idea what's happened there, but...
Wow. So much happened in that.
Okay, yeah, the car's disappeared. Wow.
And my head's disconnected. Hopefully he can rejoin. Wow, and that's Mercedes just slowing down. That's Flyboy. That's held up a lot of the grid down back. Instead of gap in the middle of the pack now. Gusrell's coming into the pits as well.
All right, the VSC's just been called off. Looks like Whitehead had a temporary disconnect, but he's come back. Red Panda still in the lead now. Let's have a look. Let's go through this grid. There's Potsy, Smitty, Whitehead still with the disconnect sign. Sid's going to make that overtake nice and easy.
People are pitting now. There must be rain or something. Unless there was damage. Sorry, my bad. There could have been damage.
Matt Dabry and Big Al having a bit of a fight there, but Matt Dabry comes out on top.
You're just confirming all wing changes in the pits.
And
up to second.
AWS with another predicted pit stop strategy. We get it. Sid picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Started second down to fifth. Was in sixth at one point. Smitty up into fourth. Smitty's made 6 spots since the start. That's pretty insane. Peter's made 7. Great starts from them both.
Here we go, round. Turn 13 there. Matt Dabry, Peter Geordie, Whitehead all close to each other. Potsy setting the fastest lap so far. And now the times, the intervals have come back, so it's much easier for us to track. Looks like Matt Dabry's getting quite a bit of speed up here on Peter and the Alfa Romeo. Oh, try not to touch him there. You don't want to lose a wing.
Peter on the mids, obviously. Top 3 all sitting 117.6s and all within a second of each other. Yeah, Peter seems to be struggling on those medium tyres, just a bit of oversteer out of some of these corners. Not finding the grip that soft runners have, unfortunately. But he's holding off Matt Dabry for now, and he is within 1 second of Geordie, so there's something going for him there. As he hits 3 seconds, why do I say anything?
Yep, so Matt Dabry ended up going a little bit wide there as well. So we go from 5th to 10th. Everyone's within the 1 second. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Geordie actually just got out of that.
Ah, Geordie.
But Red Panda's managed to eke out a nice... Oh, Matt Dabry! Sideways out of turn 14. That's going to allow Big Al to potentially catch up. We'll jump on board with the Haas and see how it goes. DRS is, of course, enabled.
Wasn't quite able to range him in there, no. Trying to work out what happened during the virtual safety car, because Fireboy just slowed down on half the pack, pretty much. And made this gap of 4 seconds that you're seeing between Big Al and Matt, so
You can see,
very strange.
you see T-Mac in the chat there. T-Mac, what ended up happening? We didn't see, but DNF, did you just end up in the wall and broke the wheel, or?
It's parked on the right-hand side before the right-left chicane. Stands, Panda's still leading 1.3 seconds to Pepsi. He's broken DRS. But Potsy's still hanging within 1 second of Pepsi for second place.
Thank you very much for the follow. Guinness. Said that correctly.
Sid Pitts. Does he
Might have to
damage
jump
him?
up there with Whitehead, as he seems to be trading places with... Oh, because he's gone into the pits. That's why. I was like, wow, that's just going back and forth, but no.
That's
See
is that a wing change? I can't quite tell. No, it isn't.
T-Mac got
Oh, no, it
spun.
is.
T-Mac got spun into the wall. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I might have to look at that later on.
Yeah, so Sid getting wing damage there and having to pedal onto the hard tyres to go to the end, hopefully.
Matt Dabry is trying to chase down this Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo doing the same to Geordie.
Everyone else really sort of spreading out in the field.
Well, we've got followers coming in left and right. Kaganis Delar, thank you. Schmeedy and Diamant, thank you so much. Yeah, so Matt Dabry, I don't know if it's like he's just pushing really hard or what it is, but his car just seems so unstable.
Could be the softs.
lock up there.
Peter's really close to Geordie.
Peter's trying to figure out something. Here we go, round turn 14. The DRS is going to help. Geordie won't have it. Keep an eye on Matt Dabry as well. There's the flap opening.
Geordie really using his overtake, but Peter starts ranging him in now.
Oh, he's squeezing him right in the center of the track as Geordie hits the brakes way too late. That's going to allow the Alfa Romeo to try and go up on the inside. They're side by side now as they come through, but it looks like the Alfa Romeo will squeeze out. But the real question is, can Matt Dabry get past? As of now, Geordie retains 7th, so he's only lost 1 position. But Big Al's managed to catch up through all that as well. Oh, so Peter picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, AWS suggesting hard tyres now, so I think the soft tyres really aren't lasting that long and that people might start coming in for hard tyres soon.
Go, a nice try. Oof, as Big Al just misses the back of that Red Bull.
Metzoid coming in for a wing change and a new set of hard tyres as well to go to the end.
So Sid and Metzoid both have pitted. And actually, no, Gus Rules, Feber combined. Lotus have as well.
Or at the start, roughly, or around the safety car. Sorry, the safety car. I believe due to wing damage. I know Lotus did. Sid and Metzoid both had to replace their wings. I think I saw combined as well.
Geordie's just coming to the pits there, yep. As Lotus picks up a 3-second time penalty. So Matt Dabry's in a bit of attack range now. They both have DRS, but I believe Big Al, well, no, actually, he's not using overtake. So it'll be pretty even.
Didn't try to go into the toe either. I think he's just sitting behind Matt Dabry, knowing he's quicker.
There's the overtake now, and I think Matt Dabry's just...
Those softs are falling off. He had a wing change as well. I'm wondering if it's just my gun. And the 3 seconds, that's going to hurt, because it's
that is going to hurt. We got a Sector 2, Sector 3 yellow flag. I believe it's Matzoid on the wall.
This car was ghosted as I just switched to him. It's got no damage as well, so he might have just spun.
Let's have a quick shift up to the top here as Apollo. Game is reporting that he's 1-4-1 behind, but that isn't true. He's close. He's close, but it's not changing, so it's definitely glitched out.
Ah, right.
Hopefully, hopefully it'll update as Red Panda comes in. So Red Panda, lap 7, comes into the pits. Apollo decides to stay out. He'll take the lead of this race.
Well, he also comes in. Same for Smitty. Wahid also coming in as well. Macadabry, he stays out.
So 4 drivers in the pits now. Apollo takes the lead of this race. Peter up in a second. Matt Dabry in the third. Big Al following.
So these soft runners might get caught up by an undercut here because these softs have a big cliff in them here. It will be slower. And people like Macadabry, they will be vulnerable to people like Big Al, who I'm surprised has not tried to launch more of an attack to pass him, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks like he's biding his time for something.
Should definitely be quicker. Oh,
the softs at this point are definitely gotten to their web. As they wouldn't have as much performance, so I believe Big Al will probably have. The advantage is going to get larger and larger as the race goes on, but Matt Dabry's got to come in soon.
And the longer Big Al stays behind him, the more time Big Al's going to lose, really. You could have taken it a lot quicker, but when you've got these old softs on, it's just hard to find any grip. The car turned in as well.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Matt Dabry comes in the pits now.
Kipsy may lose a spot here to Potsy. Let's keep an eye on him on the rejoin.
Jump back to 8th place here. So Peter moves up into first, Big Al second, Flyboy goes into third, Apollo and Matt Dabry both in the pits. And we're on board with Red Panda as he's now trying to climb back up to the lead of this race.
Pipsy comes out ahead of Popsy. Just. And
Yumpsy. Yumpsy's looking to attack bad camp.
Bad camp.
Band camp, rather. That's a miss.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the optimal strategy. Really, you don't have to worry about this massive fall off of the soft tires so much. You can sort of hit when you want on the mediums, and don't have to worry too much about tire fall off. Really. And with that, these 4, or should I say 5 medium runners, they can sort of go for some big undercuts as well on the people they're racing and try and get a couple of spots. So interesting to see what these guys do here. Like 9 of 35 is combined with 3 seconds.
Oh, Red Panda was trying to peek there in the inside. Decided not to.
Panda is really close to Yumpsy as well.
Majority of the grid now on the hard tyre. Is it the DRS? It's slow for the activation, but
Just a dab of overtake as well. I don't think he's going to try anything. It's kind of hard to with Yumpsy also being in DRS range banned. He's using a lot. Yumpsy's only on, well, he's on barely anything. Dan's on around 20%, 30%, and Panda's got a lot saved up. Pepsi's going to start reeling him in here pretty soon, you'd think.
keep an eye on those interval times. But Yumpsy is definitely in attack range, and I think he might try and do something. Oh, as he goes a little bit too far left and picks up a 3-second time penalty there. That's not going to be good.
I just cut to BL having a massive moment. He's the only driver of the leading bunch to have a lot of ERS saved up. He's not really using it. And I think he's losing a bit of time because of that, actually.
Interestingly enough, Yumpsy just had a really, really bad sector too. And that's allowed Red Panda to really come up. And it looks like he might attack right on the inside, and he does. We'll just see who gets out on top. And it's going to be Red Panda as Yumpsy drops back in position.
This might leave Panda vulnerable if he doesn't get DRS off ban, but I think he will. So he will stay ahead going through this DRS straight. Yumpsy won't have enough to attack here, and Panda's got enough to defend in terms of ERS.
Going to keep an eye on Potsy here as there's a small train forming. Red Panda's definitely going to try and jump up to Bandcamp. He probably won't catch him right before. Oh, as Jesus, Potsy almost runs into the back of the Racing Point. Apollo now looks to make a move. Yumpsy, I don't think, is going to be able to defend as he goes on the outside of turn 2, and he makes it work.
Good move. And Panda's also done it on band.
Oh, yes, so they did it at the same time. So Apollo moves up into 6th, Red Panda takes 4th. You can only imagine Potsy's going to try and take this as well. Oh, don't do it at the chicane. You're crazy, mate. You're crazy. Oh, but he gets it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yumpsy is really suffering now. He's lost, what's that, 4 positions? 3. Yes, that's right. He was behind there, not in front.
Kind of tough. These 3 people obviously are fighting for the lead of the race. These medium runners a bit out of sync. Yumpsy's a little bit further down the order.
So lap 11 of 35. The Alfa Romeo, driven by Peter, is leading this race. Big Al close behind in the Haas. Flyboy repping for Team Mercedes in 3rd place. But all 3 of those, of course, not coming in yet. So they'll be due. Whoa, as Apollo goes on the outside and manages to get the overtake done on the Renault. I think Potsy might actually do this as well. Let's have a look. Yep. Woo.
That's very... Oh, Ben!
That was a very, very, very hard break there.
Ben was sideways in the braking zone. That was crazy.
Let's have a quick replay of that. So there's Apollo going up on the outside of Band. And then you can see Potsy starting to shape up an attack. And then Band's just like, woof, straight back. And then, yeah, just clipped the Williams there, ended up sideways. Lucky to save that.
These mediums must be falling off, I think. No one's blinking the pit yet. I'll just have a look at the lap times as they go across.
Gordy with a 3-second time penalty there.
Big Al just did a 118, and Panda also did a 118, so they're about the same pace right now.
Big Al looking to make an overtake here on the Alfa Romeo, but Peter is hogging all of the track. He's not going to make it easy.
He's going to have to. Peter's got no ERS. That's how Big Al's been able to catch up to him, actually.
Have a look on the inside of the corner. Nice and smooth. Yumpsy makes a jump on Bandcamp at the back there.
It's the outside of turn 2. And he's just taking him into the King Kong. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so yeah, Ali. I was going to bring that up. It did in fact look like there may have been a move under braking. Obviously that'll have to be checked out by the stewards to confirm, but it did look like there was a bit of a heavy swerve there. So that was, man, look at that always.
Yeah.
That always hurts me seeing that, because like if you lose a wing or even the end plate, like the handling can just change so drastically. Here we go, lap 14 to 35. Big Al is trying to chase. Oh, this is a good one. Peter's in charge mode at the moment.
Doing very well with the fend here again. He's got like no ARS, so he's doing well to hang on here.
Lotus with a 3-second time penalty there. Smitty and Yumpsy trade places.
Yeah, I think these mediums have seen better days, and these fresh hearts are just too much right now for them.
Just interested to see when Big Al's going to get this move done.
If these hard runners going to the end, surely they wouldn't consider pitting. I'm a bit surprised nobody's blinked, actually.
When would you expect medium runners to pit?
Oh, probably around now, to be honest. I think at this point, the mediums are definitely going to start to be slower than the hards. But nobody, Peter and Big Al staying out.
They're staying out, but this time, Big Al has prepared. Stayed back knowing that there might be a heavy break there. Peter's got no chance. He's got to pick a side. It looks like he tries to stay fairly center, but Big Al's going to make the move regardless, or they might collide with the rear tire there. But it looks like Big Al does squeeze it out and gets DRS in the second sector as well, second section rather. So he'll pull ahead fairly well.
Type of good racing from the two there, and Potsy and Pepsi also fighting through 1A. And Potsy's just straight ahead though. Band and Yumpsy's still going at it.
Back to Apollo now. Just trying to get past Potsy here in the Williams. Apollo doing pretty well so far.
It's a bit of a train here forming from Band onwards. Sid's being held up here by Wahid, Yumpsy, and Band.
Oh, Sid's going to go up on the inside. Oh, on the inside of Wahid. Manages to get that done. Great drive there from the Renault. So now there is quite a massive train. You are correct, sir. All the way from Smitty to Matt Dabry. From 7th to 12th. As Apollo picks up a 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings.
Yeah, so this is probably just a side effect of the medium tyres.
Oh, Peter from Alfa Romeo is pit.
There we go. Big Al stayed out, but he's got the pace
yep.
of those.
Big Al stayed out. Looks like Flyboy is as well. Matt Dabry gets off
No,
the pattern.
Yumpsy's out as well. I think Peter's made the right call here. He's going to have a nice wee undercut on Big Al as well.
Matt Dabry's car, man, it just seems so unstable. Unless that's his driving style. I mean, in that case, own it. But, like, every single time he seems to be sideways, doing something. Like that!
That was more of a throttle thing. But
Yeah.
I guess he's using a lot of oversteer trying to go through the turns here, and it's sort of hurting him, I suppose. But he's staying in touch with the people around him, at least. It's not been the best race from him.
Oh, as Sid loses that front end a little bit. Lucky to catch it.
As well.
He's the one that I'm trying to really keep my eye on. He seems to just make attacks very, very fast. Trying to get past Yumpsy here.
He's probably one of the older set of hards as well, though. I don't know how they're going to look towards the very end of the race here.
Oh, there we go. Ali. He likes an oversteery car. No, there we go. That explains it.
Big Gal and Flyboy staying out again. And not blinking, neither is Yumpsy. Yes, he is. Yumpsy is going to come in.
Yumpsy comes in. Sid has DRS, so we'll see if he actually jumps his teammate here. Don't think he'll catch him by the time turn 1 arrives, but with the next couple of corners, I reckon Sid will have him.
He's got the DRS. It's filling in for Pacey, of course. Just couldn't get a good enough exit there, but he'll stay on touch with Band, and that's something to keep an eye on.
Oh, he's made an attack in turn 8. There it is.
Like this, yeah. Yeah, I think Band saw it coming and just wasn't going to try to defend that. He's on very old mediums right now.
Bandcamp now has to be careful of the attack from Wahid. He'll try his best to block them off to try and get his teammate a nice lead. Big Al still in the lead of this race. Flyboy behind, so let's see. So it's Big Al, Flyboy, and Bandcamp that have yet to pit.
And Big Al does come in. Flyboy stays out again. Now, the game could have told them when they were setting up strategies that this was the right thing to do. In which case, you can't blame them, but they are losing out to the hard runners. You can't deny that right now. And keep an eye on Big Al, because where he comes out in regards to Peter is important.
Matt Dabry now is trying to aim up on Wahid. Oh my god! Oh my god, how did he miss that car? How did he miss that car?
You have a 3 wide for a turn 1 as well. Good job.
Oh my god, Matt Dabry ended up going into the pit lane to make the overtake there. And, well, hold on a minute. Big Al's decided to answer the call as well. Jump up all the way from Peter here in the Alfa Romeo as they come through turn 8. I cannot believe he avoided an accident there.
It was very dangerous to cut across to the pit lane when somebody was coming out. Hey.
Oh, Peter having cut really hard on that inside. I think we've got a bit of a desync here.
Big Al is hounding Matt Debris right now.
Matt going really, really wide. That's going to be the advantage here for the Haas. He'll brake really late. They collide, but there's no damage to either car. Alfa Romeo now close behind. Oh, he dives in right up on the inside. Oh, that's going to be a problem if they keep colliding like that. He forces him a little bit out, and Peter loses out. Geordie makes a position there as well. See, that's why you can't wrestle with open wheel cars.
No damage to Peter.
Yeah, it doesn't work well in your favour.
Peter nearly got spun around the right way, but then he had to correct and overcorrected. You know, I don't know if he hit the wall or not, but he's got no damage either way.
Yeah, well, Wahid's gone past Bandcamp there. Now Matt Davry's looking at the back of the Renault. Also, hello from Australia. Thank you, Rodrigo, for watching us. I'll see if I can just quickly jump onto the replay here. So, this was the overtake that was set up. Here comes Matt Dabry. So Wahid has DRS off of Bandcamp. So does Matt Dabry has it off of Wahid. Now Matt Dabry's a lot faster because he's burning his overtake through here. But have a look. Big Al's coming out. Oh, seriously. That is so incredibly close.
It's a bit dangerous. Got to admit that.
Thank you for the follow, Cujo. Much appreciated. So currently lap 19 of 35. Red Panda back in the lead of this race. Flyboy in second with 19 lap old mediums, so they can't be feeling great.
That's a bit weird.
And Rodrigo gives us a follow as well. Thank you very much, sir. Peter on the back there as well. Oh my god, Geordie is making up such incredible speed here. Up on Big Al. Will he try and take him on the inside? No. But Matt Dabry ends up going very, very wide around turn 1. That was interesting.
Very tasty midfield battle right now.
He is attacking, and it looks like he will get past Bandcamp there on the inside. I think Big Al might look for it as well, but no, he gets closed out. Just
Big Al's been
dangerous.
very passive. I don't think he's going to try anything here. Peter going a bit wide and getting 3 seconds for it. Big Al does go on the inside here.
Oh, there. Band did not take that corner very well. It looks like Geordie might actually make an attack. Oh, Peter dives straight up on the inside of the chicane and makes it past.
That was a wonderful move there from Peter. Wow.
Jesus. Oh, we've got a ton of follows now. Thank you, Bang Average. Thank you, Icy Ash.
I think what's made this so interesting is the spinner in the works. There's the 19-lap-old mediums of Bandcamp. Just seems to be calling everyone up.
Yeah, it's not. So Ben, we all know Ben is really good at the whole positioning thing of the car, but he's got to come in, right? He's coming.
Yeah.
He's
Flyboy
coming
has stayed out, so I'm not too sure what's going on. Is the Fiends from Potsy who's really being held up here actually.
Right, so Geordie burns every single bit of ERS he can. Try and catch up to this Alfa Romeo. Both had DRS through the detection zone. Oh, catch it! And he has. Oof, very, very close there, but that has cost him. Allowed Peter to get slightly away. We'll jump up to the front of the grid for a second as Potsy is catching up to Flyboy. And this is just to show you, as I said, some of these cars, man. And they go, so I know they can catch him, but they do spook me a little. This Flyboy with that wear, I'll get my words out eventually, with the wear on those tires, 20 laps, his performance is just absolutely gone.
They were side by side at turn 1A, but Potsy's been unable to really do anything for some reason. I don't know why he's not been able to pass. They bump a little.
Yep. Oh, Flyboy! I feel like I wonder. Do you reckon Flyboy was planning on going into the pits, and then ended up drifting and was like, "Well, can't do that now."
Well, I'm not really questioning when he's going to pit. I'm questioning when he's going to get a puncture at this point. This is kind of insane.
Yeah. So Potsy looking to go on the outside. The Mercedes is forcing, but fair, keeping it fairly clean. Now he'll try and go on the inside.
It's perfect from Potsy.
Come up here to turn 3. They're still side by side. He's all the way out onto the AstroTurf, but he makes the move. And Potsy moves up in a second.
He'll be fuming because he lost a couple of seconds to Panda. That did not need to happen, and Flyboy does not need to be up right now. So he's not going to be happy. He is still in second for now. It's Potsy.
All right, back down. 9th position. Big Al, Matt Dabry in contention. Trying to chase down Wahid here in the McLaren.
Debris, yeah, he has been struggling, and a pretty common theme is that fast right-hander. I believe turn 11, I'm not sure. He seems to be going wide all the time through there. See if he does that again, actually. Not as much, but there you go. But he seems to be losing a lot of time there, and people have been able to overtake him here for into this next corner. But Big Al's just sitting, waiting. He's on fresher tyres.
Thank you for the follow, Nubidir. Much appreciated.
Pepsi makes quick work of Flyboy down the
Flyboy
start.
is still out. Is he must be aiming for a soft finish, right?
Soft medium. I don't know if that works. I never tested it because I didn't think it would. Wahid and Matt Dabry as well fighting. I think Wahid's got 7th.
Matt Dabry has the DRS into turn 2 here. Have a look. It's so close. This is always edge of seat, because when you come up here to turn 4, some people just get this idea in their head that you can overtake there, which technically you can. We did see Sid do that earlier, but it's so risky. But we love to watch it. So
Normally, yeah. Head and Matt holding each other up, really. One seems to get ahead, and then it's like, oh, they're holding the other person up. They're pretty evenly matched right now.
you're watching the close,
again, sorry.
You're watching the closest battle, yeah. What do we got here? It is, yeah. So Big Al and Matt Dabry, this little 3-car train, and it looks like Sid might be making a move on Smitty there.
Yeah, nice little dive. This Smitty just getting a bit of oversteering here.
Oh, there's a touch. We've got a yellow flag, sector 2, I think.
Again.
That was what you just mentioned.
And a lot of front wing lost for Matsoid as well. You have to
Oh, Big Al gets hit. Big Al tried to go on the inside and it didn't work. Ends up hitting the front of Wahid, the rear tyre of that McLaren and gets spun.
Damage.
God, he drops down all the way to 11th for that. Jump on the replay. You can see where that went wrong. So, Red Panda Wahid fighting. And then On that overview cam, you'll see Big Al comes up on the inside and then click right there. Ends up getting spun. Unfortunate there for Big Al. That's the danger when two people are fighting ahead of you and you're trying to squeeze your way in. Sometimes that happens.
Map of 3 seconds. I think he ran wide at that corner I mentioned earlier. Just watching Flyboy, he's sitting at 1:19.5, just coming across, and he's done a 1:18.5. So Flyboy's a second a lap slower than those around him.
Lap 25 of 35. Red Panda still in the lead of this race with a comfortable 4.4 second lead. Potsy there in second. Apollo Pepsi not too far behind in third place. And Flyboy is the one that everyone's scratching their heads because 24 lap old mediums. But he's still going strong. He's holding the position. But once he comes into the pits, I can't imagine where he's going to end up.
If he does.
Yeah, that is true. Well, he has to, right? You have to take...
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do at least one compound change.
Potsy and Pepsi have had 3 podiums each. Potsy with 1 win. Panda's only finished on the podium once and he got third. Where was that? Quickly. That was in Canada a few weeks ago now. He's hunting down, hopefully, a race win here. He's holding that gap. 5.8 seconds it's just showing me now. It's just frozen for me. Yeah, that's good.
Keeping an eye on all these times. Wahid and Matt Dabry having a fairly good fight here. Looks like Smitty's managing to keep up to the back of Sid as Flyboy pits.
Finally!
It happens. Lap 26 and Flyboy comes into the pit. So where will he end up? I'm thinking...
It is soft.
Yep,
now,
he's jumped on the softs.
Oh, 10 lap softs? A lot of people come in around 7 or 8 at most. Don't know if they'll last.
He'll come out in front of Gus. Oh, Yumpsy, sure. There it is, down to 12th there. But let's see how fast he is. We'll see how many positions he can make up now.
He does has technically benefited him. He started 13th, so he has made something out of this, and he's on the faster tyre for now. So maybe he can get 1, maybe even 2 spots out of this. It's back
Matt
to another
Dabry.
3.
Flyboy is definitely going to fight here. Have a look. He's right behind Gus Rules. There's a Sector 2 yellow flag. It's one of the McLarens, and it looks like it might be Wahid. It
Lost a
is.
fair bit of rain, yeah.
Wahid is into the wall, up on the left there. You can see him. That is unfortunate. That's a massive drop in positions there. But right now, Flyboy is looking to make an attack on this Alpha Tauri. The question is where.
He's waiting until the straight. He just backed off there.
It's got to be on the straight, right? Take the safer option.
Doesn't want to give Gus DRS going down the main straight. Well, Gus even pits. So there you go. Well, he's also on very old tyres. We should point that out.
He was one of those really, really early pitters.
Yeah, he's done pretty well there as well.
With that pit, every single time has now exploded out.
Wow.
Nobody is within DRS contention now.
Oh, Flyboy can go for a fastest lap. If he finishes in the top 10, then that will count as a point for him.
Mm-hmm.
So Wahid, Gus, both also on soft tyres. And Flyboy just set a purple sector 1, as expected. I believe FIBA has the fastest lap on the mediums of 16.8, as Yamsi gets 3 seconds.
So Gus Rules comes out of the pits. Combined is now very close behind him there. Peter is coming in and out of DRS contention here to Matt Dabry.
I think he's got less pins than Matt, though, so he might still have him as Geordie gets 3 seconds. And he's on the, he's on the less worn tyre as well.
Jump on with Combined here. We'll see if he can catch up with Gus Rules, but I don't think it's going to happen. Gus Rules on this first. Flyboy does set the fastest lap, however. 1:15.93. So far, as long as he keeps that 10th place, he'll gain an extra point at the end of the race.
9 seconds to the Yumsy, and he has pins as well, so Flyboy's kept it clean. So he probably will have that 10th place as long as the tyre fall off doesn't affect him too much.
Take Flyboy. Alright.
Well,
Jump
he
on
did
with him.
a soft medium, pretty much.
Flyboy is climbing up the grid quite quickly. He's about to catch up to Big Al here. But he has to maximize all of this as fast as he can, because as soon as those tyres get to about lap 5, performance is just going to absolutely shoot off. So he's in DRS contention now with Big Al. I can't imagine it's going to take too much work.
Closed it up very quickly.
You go, come around 14. He's got 50% on the DRS. I can only imagine. There goes ERS battery on. And have a look at this. And goodbye.
He didn't even try to defend that, Big Al. Five seconds to Geordie. Don't know if he'll make that, but Geordie's on pretty old hards.
Now I'm kind of interested to see how many positions Flyboy can get before the end of this race. Definitely rocketing around the track now. The only other car, so Wahid is currently on fresh softs and Gus rules as well. And Red Panda, as Wahid takes the fastest lap, Flyboy won't be happy.
There'll be a couple of hundredths, really. That was just quicker.
I think it was a 916 versus a 923.
Wow.
Red Panda's doing incredibly well. 5.2 seconds ahead now. Red Panda does have a penalty, but it's not going to matter.
No, he's opened it up well. And actually, I think Apollo's got a couple. I think Sid's got one as well from memory. I don't recall Smitty getting one. We'll have to see what happens. I can check, can't I? Hang on. Oh, and just confirming, Gus did get a warning for colliding with T-Mac at the start, so that might
Oh, okay.
explain what happened, who it was. Yeah, Panda does have 3 seconds, just confirming that. Smitty has 3 seconds as well. Sid's got at least 3. Pepsi's got 3.
Balmain's got one as well. 3 seconds there.
Oh, everyone's got 1.
Balmain in the
Big Al,
chat.
Big Al has 2 now,
No, no.
60.
Okay, so there's a decent amount of penalties been given out throughout this race.
Very easy to get them around here, though.
Balmain in the chat. I don't think Flyboy's making it up the grid. Rip that strat. Well, he's brought it down from 5 seconds to 2.8. There's 4 seconds left. 4 seconds. 4 laps left in the race.
He's made 4 spots, which is better than I thought you would do with a soft medium around here. A bit of luck, maybe. T-Mac do anything. Fever falling down the grid as well. Same for Wahid. So. As far as I'm understanding, the top guys are pretty much equal on pins.
Got a sector 1 yellow flag, and it looks like one of the Alpha Tauris. I believe it's Matzoid. There he is. Oh, and he gets a 10-second time penalty for waiting.
He'll be a lap down.
Oh.
There's a lap down already, so not really a massive deal, but it does hurt.
Have a look at Phoebe here, who's catching up to the back of this Renault.
And if we finish like this, Potsy will be coming up pretty close to Macadabri in the points. It's going to be very helpful for him. Macadabri only finishing 4th last week to Potsy's race win last week due to a nice early pit stop on the virtual safety car. Gander and Faber going at it. Faber's right up.
He was looking for the vector. How's he going to do it? Main straight's probably going to be the best bet. We'll have DRS. Oh, side by side. And he'll get it anyway. Oh, he makes the move on just before the line.
That's clever. He took the outside line. It means
Yep.
that Band only had the inside line, so he couldn't get a good exit. That's great. Does mean Band will have DRS here, though, does it? Oh, no, it's
Nope.
a double DRS, so my bad. So Fever does get DRS again.
That's what picks up yet another penalty. Jump back up in a flyboy here, who has brought it down from 2.8 to 1.8, so he is catching Geordie. Will he be able to get 8th from him?
I don't think Flyboy has pins, and Geordie has at least 6 seconds, so... And Peter's also got at least 6 seconds as well, so... Flyboy just has to keep it clean, and he might get a couple more spots here.
He's got popping in the chat. There should honestly be a feature to appeal pens. It could be overviewed by someone. They should really have... I would love it if Codemasters would bring out a game that allows us to have a race steward live. That would actually be awesome. Obviously, we do have an internal appeals process. We've got internal race stewards that, you know, where drivers can appeal and we'll review them and things like that. But I would agree 100% if we could have a race steward alongside us to review live, because
in the game, yeah.
Sometimes these penalties are absolute bull, and unfortunately we sort of have to deal with it because this is the equipment we got, I guess. We'll see. Yes, another race is happening tonight. Tier 2 will be happening after this. Start soon after this race ends. Thank you for the follow, Henrique. Jose Henriquez. What? Ooh, Matt Dabry has just clawed into DRS range now with Smitty. 2 laps left in the race. And the Red Bull improve.
A little mistake there. He's just lost half a second there to Matt, actually. So say that.
Dear Matt in the chat, Codemasters need to fix the track limits first, mate. You can literally take your message and just cut off the track limits first, mate. Literally just have Codemaster need to fix. That's it. You've just...
Fix what? Yes.
Just yes. What are we fixing? Yes.
So 2 laps to go, and Matt is looking to rein in Smitty here as Wahee gets another 3 seconds, and 16th. So this race isn't quite over.
Alright, it's heating up now between Matt Dabry and Smitty. Smitty is, they're both on equal lap wear. Peter picks up a 3-second time penalty there, but
12 seconds, yeah.
Matt Dabry has saved more ERS. Smitty is down to nothing. I believe he's been using that to try and stay away, but Matt Dabry's obviously had DRS and the toe as an advantage. Thank you for the follow, Sid. Much appreciated.
I think Matt may have found a lot of rhythm just getting more laps in here. Seems to have worked out for him as the race has gone on.
Doesn't seem to be as unstable as previously. He'll probably prove me wrong here around turn 14.
Easy to get onto the throttle too early, but no, that's pretty good.
That's a great exit there. He's going to catch him absolutely no problem. Have a look at this. He'll probably choose to go right side. There we go. And easy done. And of course he'll have double DRS. That on.
He does try and come up, but no.
Sector 1, Sector 2, yellow flag. Looks like one of those.
No car had slowed down. I think it might have been Lotus just leading by Panda. Last lap of the way, Panda still well ahead, keeping that gap.
Hang average in the chat. Even if they implemented it only for leagues, with the popularity of F1 esports going through the roof, it would be good if they focused on putting more tools even for amateur leagues. If you can just frame that and send it to them, that'd be great.
Leagues need to work first.
Tim, do you guys also have an F2 league? We do run a Friday series, which was the F2 league, but I believe our Friday series is currently classic cars.
Yeah, just random cars. As Panda crosses the line for the win.
Oh my god, I was so busy watching this thing. So Red Panda will take the win there. Potsy comes across in second. He's 5 seconds ahead, but even with that penalty, still gets 2 seconds to his name. Apollo will take third. Slid comes in fourth, and Matt Dabry will take fifth. With a great drive there. Oh, that's right, he does. So he did the overtake, but Smitty does
Lovely jumps up as well, 2 spots.
end up winning there. So Big Al jumps up there into 9th.
Big Al even took Peter there, so Big Al goes up to 5th.
I'll have a look at FIBA. Oh, have a look at FIBA with a massive exit. It looks like he'll attack Yumpsy. Yumpsy has so many penalties, it doesn't matter. They're fighting to the line. It doesn't matter because Yumpsy has so many penalties, he's going to drop down like 2 or 3 places. But still, FIBA almost caught him there. Just on track position.
Was that Yumpsy moving over on FIBA to try to stop him? Well, either way, had him on pins as he crosses the line to finish this race.
Ooh, boy. Okay. So that is the Tier 1 race over. As Flyboy gets given driver of the day. Yeah. I can see that.
He pulled off the risky strat.
Yeah, he did pull off the risky strat. So there's Red Panda with a well-deserved win.
Debut. Maiden win, sorry. My bad.
Well-deserved. It's a great drive. He's lucky that he managed to get out that lead. Otherwise, that penalty would have bit him.
Potsy and Pepsi, 4th podiums as well in this season.
Alright, so Red Panda with a win there. Potsy in 2nd. Apollo with that 3rd place. Great podium there. Sid coming up in 4th. Good points for Renault. As Bandcamp unfortunately drops out down to 12th, so outside of that top 10. Smitty, Matt Dabry. Unfortunate for Matt Dabry, did a great drive there at the end, but of course with those penalties, ends up getting jumped. Flyboy, you got to give him props. He pulled off quite a risky strat and managed to get, unluckily didn't get fastest lap. I believe Wahid took that.
18,000th.
Geordie, Big Al, and Peter round out the top 10. An unfortunate race there for T-Mac. Did get DNF'd very, very early on. And Matzoid and Lotus, both with 16 and 18 seconds penalties respectively, which is pretty rough. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. Don't go anywhere, though, because Tier 2 will be starting. It's just around the corner. But for, at least for now, that's us. I've been Kuno Zero. This has been Jacob Meister, and we'll catch you soon.
See you soon.
Dreaming about what food to eat. Why they sleeping, why they snoozed on me. I was seizing opportunity. Now they don't know what to do with me. I keep going hard like I'm in puberty. Rebellions in my blood, there ain't no ruling me. Coming for the top, this is a mutiny. You never had a chance like an abortion. Fuck it, you don't wanna play with me, that's forfeit. Shit, took it to a place they never thought he could. Now the lone wolf is hounding up in Bollywood. Now I got some confidence, they call me cocky. But you fucking tiger in the eye, I feel like Rocky. I am untouchable, I cannot fuck with you. I do not follow rules, makes me uncomfortable. I got all this passion and desire, force my path with the fire. Never passive, I acquire till I'm crashing your empire. They was sleeping, they was snooze on me. I was dreaming about what food to eat. Why they sleeping, why they snoozed on me. I was seizing opportunity. Now they don't know what to do with me. I keep going hard like I'm in puberty. Rebellions in my blood, there ain't no ruling me. Coming for the top, this is a mutiny.
Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall, and I found a way to reconcile, 'cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm sad to say I'm sorry, so lie. Pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Life kept spitting at my feet and forced me down a dead-end street, when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, 'cause I don't like the person within. Oh, I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. Whoa, I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. So I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. A I don't wanna live a lie. Live a lie. Ooh. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. Oh no.
Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Happier tonight. Happier tonight. Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Happier tonight. Happier tonight. Could be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. So every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie. I just wanna be happy. Feel my heart, it's beating. Oh, my body's breathing. It's just you and me.
We're not the same, we're not the same. We're not the same, we run everything. We're not the same, we're not the same. They ain't got us running through these veins. Make way for the king.
Hello, welcome back. Those of you who have stuck around, thank you so much. For those just tuning in, I am Kunai Zero. We are here at the Hungaroring, round 13 of the Tier 2 AFR Championship. I will be joined by Gus Rules in a bit. Finishing up some stuff. Oh, there he is. How are you, sir?
Hey, how you doing, Kunai?
I am good. Good.
Very nice.
Right, so 18 minutes on that clock. We'll just wait for everyone to. I think everyone's still technically loading up, and then someone will pull the trigger, and we'll get this session started. What are your thoughts? Tonight's race.
I think strategy is going to play a big part of it. Most common strategy for these guys is probably going to be the soft to hard, I'd imagine. May see a couple of soft, medium strategies if people want to mix it up, but it is very difficult to overtake. So track position is key. As we saw in Tier 1's race, Band was able to keep half the field behind him for a good 10 or so laps. So yeah, it's going to be really important to qualify well and keep that position.
Right, so I can see a couple of cars pulling the trigger. Looks like a Mercedes, Ferrari, and I believe it's the Williams as well. Jump on board with Rin as he out there. Looks like him and Simdog are both going out. Simdog go out in front. If that's the case, or with him.
Just have a quick weather update. So everything is looking all dry for the Tier 2 race.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Band.
No worries. Enjoy.
Right, so all dry session. No surprises. What is going on there? Is that skins? That is the most crowded I've ever seen a qualifying session ever. Yeah, that's interesting. What are the Mercedes and the... I mean, it's... Are they racing each other?
They fight for track position already.
They are legitimately fighting each other on a qualification session. Alright, I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. We'll stay on board with Stars since I'm here already. Everyone's going to do an outlap. This is going to be the most crowded flying lap I've ever seen in my life. But Simdogger has started his. Trent will start his in a moment.
We've currently got 19 drivers on track, so it is very busy out there.
This was not going to go well. But anyway, we'll stay on board. So, in Tier 1, we saw a 1:13.5, I I believe it was, from Red Panda, to take out that top spot. So we'll see what our Tier 2 guys can do. I can already see the Ferrari and the Haas very, very close together. This is not great. This is not going well. Oh, they're overtaking each other? Are you kidding? Hold on a minute. Bully and Keeper are legitimately having a race. Oh, boy.
They've got to be careful they're not going to impede any of the guys on flyers. There's not much room out there. They've got to get out of the way.
13-2. Thanks. Red Panda obviously very angry that I got that wrong. It was 13-2, thank you. No, that's all right. Thank you for correcting me. I knew it was a 13-something. All right, so that'll mean... So Simdog comes across there with a 114.1 off the bat. Trin coming around the corner now, followed by Stars. Here's the DRS section. Trin comes across with a 115. Oh, and Stars straight out the gate. 113.862. Literally only one driver on an outlap. I have to do a shoey now. Righto, Rick. Made a bet. No worries.
Tanis has been disqualified for driving the wrong way.
Driving the wrong way?
I think he spun just before the end of the second sector, that fast right-hander. And I don't know, he's probably trying to do a flick turn or something, and game says no. And that's it. You've got to
that's rough.
Start on the back.
That's rough. So start from the last place on the grid for him. You can see the yellow flag across all sectors. Slow cars getting out of the way. On board with Saxa at the moment. Currently sitting 17th. There's a ton of times coming in. So Star's still ahead with that 113.8. Simdog with a 114.1. Mickey with a 114.9 for the Red Bull. Trin 22. That 115.0. Pondon, the other Renault driver, up there in third now with a 114.6. He's really been performing well over the past couple of races. I'll be interested to see where he ends up tonight. His teammate is just coming up to Sector 3 now. Nut there with a 115.2. King J with a 115.47. Decelerate with a 115.496. So Katie gets out of the way. So right now it's pretty all over the place, but as the time clocks down and they get more and more laps in, I'm sure it's going to bunch up. Saxa here. He'll cross the line with a 115.54. So that puts him up into 9th so far. And we'll jump on board with Psycho. His teammate currently holds provisional pole. Let's see, will this be a Hamilton-Bottas moment? Can Psycho get anywhere up there? $11 minutes 30 on the clock.
Pushing very hard for an outlap. Such a tight and twisty circuit. You don't want to push them too hard because they will overheat and you will start to lose time towards the back end of your hot lap. Yeah, he's backed off a little bit now, getting ready.
Coming around 13 there. Jump on board with him. Let's see what Psycho type of lap we can do. Hits the DRS zone. To the Hungaroring. Go-kart track, the F1 calendar. Let's turn to there. Then we got T1A, as it's officially called. Down to the 50-meter board into turn 2. That's not how you take turn 2. That did not go well for Psycho there. So he'll have to abort that and try again. Let's jump on with Jacob Meister. He's finishing an outlap, chasing up one of the Haas at the moment. Actually, I think Baldy might be on a lap. We'll just have to look and see where he ends up. Currently sitting there with a 120.2. Hello, Ivis, how are you? So, coming into Sector 3.
Whoa, despite his mistake, Psycho still puts it at 114.9. Straight
Wow.
up to 4th position.
Okay.
He had a little lock up in the final sector as well in the second last corner, but yeah, it's a very respectable time. So he's definitely going to have a few tenths in there as well.
All right, so we'll jump on board with Jacob Meister now as he starts his flying lap. Not so good, hence the notion that noble life goes on. Oh well, as long as you're alive, I guess. Sector 3 yellow flag there, looks like slow cars moving, so Jacob Meister's teammate, that would be Decelerate, currently sitting 9th, 115.496. See if Jacob can put the Honda powered Alpha Tauri. It's going to be interesting, just for some real talk, it's going to be interesting to see what Red Bull do. If they pick up the Honda project, oh, that's an end plate. If they pick up the Honda project, I'd be interested to see how Red Bull goes as an engine developer.
That's the Haas did not get out of the way for Jacob at all. They had to go off the racing line.
Yep.
He would have lost a couple of tenths. It put him on a not ideal line going to that fast right-hander.
See how much what he sets. Now it did come up as AI. Not sure. It's a 1:14.7,
that's
so
good.
It's a great time, but possibly could have been even better.
Yeah, definitely a few tenths in there still. But yeah, with the Red Bull Honda deal, it will be very interesting to see what happens. I mean, I don't think they'll be too keen to go back to Renault, but they're all talking very nice about each other in public, so obviously it's not off the table. But
They kind of have to. It's not even that it's off the table, it's the fact that Renault have no choice.
Exactly, as the manufacturer with the least number of customers,
right.
under the F1 regulations, they have to supply an engine to one of the Concord agreement teams if they need one.
Yep. So, I think Red Bull will take the engine on. I reckon they're an old enough team right now that they're just like, you know what, we'll make our own engine with blackjack.
It may also come down to what do they want to do after the new, I guess the new engine regs after that, because if they don't, they really would have to look after that engine for the next, 4 years, 8 years, thereabouts. It's a big commitment from Red Bull to go about it on their own. I have a suspicion they're more likely going to just get someone else to do it and maybe tap out of F1 at a later date. Yeah, watch that space indeed.
Yep. The Stars was on for a cracker of a lap, but he ended up getting a little bit loose in the front end. So it didn't quite work out. It looks like he'll back off, try and set a faster time. I'm going to jump on board with Trin, who's just crossed the line here for his flying lap. Let's have a look. He's currently sitting 9th with a 15.021. See if he can improve at all. Nice and tidy there through turn 2. Oh, that's far.
Wide.
That's far, and it's
Took
invalidated.
too much curb on the inside there and just rear stepped out on him. He caught it, so at least he lives to fight another day, but that lap is gone.
Jump on board with... Oh no, he just came into the pits. That was a really bad switch. Caught him right at the end there. Alright, so CK80. There we go. Cross the DRS line. He'll start his flying lap now. What can we expect from the Racing Point driver? Currently sitting 17th with a 116.537. His teammate has already retired. I don't know if he NF'd out or not. He did set a 115.8, but he has retired from the session, so there's no improvement there. And the question is, CK80, will he get hampered here by traffic? God, I hope not. That'll be twice now, if that's the case.
dirty air's already affecting him.
Bully, yep, Bully.
Well, the Haas stays off the track, but yeah, it's not going to help his lap at all.
Here we go, let's have a look. Maintaining those high revs through the corners. Drifting down, nice and easy. There's the other Haas, no worries.
He's up by 1.5 tenths on his previous time.
It's looking good so far. Looks very, very tidy. Thinking maybe in the 15s. Possibly even the 14s. Let's have a look. 110 as he comes around this corner. He'll hit 13 under the bridge. Yeah, I think it's in the 15s. Oh, 115.7.
Nice.
So he jumps up just in front of his teammate there. Another one to look out for. Skins ended up setting a 14.5 on his last go out. Currently on an outlap now. Ibis cheering on the Haas boys. Four minutes left in the session. See, give or take a couple. His drive was obviously decent. Here we go. Sector 1 ticks off just before turn 4. What's the type of improvement we can expect here? Let's have a look. It's up 800s.
Oh, he ran wide a little bit there. Got a bit of mid-corner understeer.
I do love that through the turn 6-7 chicane. That turn 7, the bump just doesn't exist. It's like the fastest way is over it, so you might as well.
Oh, he's 2/10 up.
Yep. He is. I thought he was a lot faster through turn 5 there. So 2/10, that's huge. That could put him on third. Oh, but he pulls in. He was not happy with that run at all. Interesting.
Unless, yeah, there's some sort of desync happening with his delta that we're seeing, but
Maybe.
it looked like he was a few tenths up for sure.
No, maybe he's pulling it. Well, 3 minutes remaining, so maybe he's pulling in, just gonna put a bit more fuel in the car, chuck on a fresh set.
Smithy, all clear for both quali and the race, as far as we're aware.
Not preparing. Not eating the tires. Lame. Well, who knows?
Agreed.
Maybe there'll be close racing. You know what I mean? Don't count it out just yet. All right. So Nut currently sitting 10th. Shoots out of turn 14. Let's see how fast he can go on this flying lap. His teammate currently sitting 7th with a 14.775. I do love the fact that Mickey and Jacob Meister are split by 2 thousandths of a second. Oh, that was messy, but
Yeah, it had 2 bites at it, but kept it pointing the right way.
it was a good. Oh, the chicane was good though.
Very tidy.
Also, let us know, chat. I tend to watch all of the flying laps on board. I feel like as though there are those of you who want to try and see what the lines are and whatnot. But you would prefer me to switch cameras or try different ones out? Let me know.
It's a good lap for Nut so far. This could put him up as high as 8th.
It's the DRS. He'll cross the line, and it's in the 14s. And
he's just
right on the money.
7 thousandths of a second off Jacob and P6. It's now those 3 cars.
Yep.
So close.
On the money. Gus called 8th, and 8th he went. Nut right behind. He'll start alongside, as of now anyway, he'll start alongside his teammate there. Have a look at all these outlaps. Who do I pick? I'm going to have to go with Stars. Actually, no. Where is he on the track right now? London's ahead of him. I think Trin might be ahead of him.
So currently, Stars on provisional pole, just 200ths of a second quicker than Simdogger. And Simdogger's had a pretty horrid run the last few races, so hopefully it all changes here.
So all 4 of these guys are going to go on. You know what? I'm going to jump on board with Pondon as I've washed the others so far. So Mika retires there with a 1:15.7. Bully at the back there with a 1:19.3. Unfortunate for Antanas as he got disqualified. So let's jump on board here. Pondon, currently third. So the first 6 drive, my mistake, the first 11 drive, okay, everyone except Baitmate is now on track. And of course all of those who have already retired. So this will be essentially their last chance now.
He's up.
Yep. Intense. So Nut finalised, 1:14.78. Keeper as well with a 1:15.354, currently in 14th. Baitmate with a 1:16.5. King J retires from the session there.
Sims up by a 10.5.
10.5. Okay, so Simdogger might have a chance to fight Stars here. Essentially, with this, it is anyone's qualifying right now. Skins crosses the line, 1:14.415.
Oh, Stars has lost there. He was 2/10 up, but he had a horrible exit coming into the start of sector 3.
So Jacob Meister just jumps up there with a 1:14.2. Currently third. Stars, Simdogger has crossed the line with a 1:13.5. Stars doesn't look like he'll improve on that. Trin goes across, knocks Jacob Meister down. Can Pondon make any much of a difference? It's looking close. Oh, but it's a 14.3. So unfortunately,
Stars
not
doesn't
an improvement.
improve by 2/10. But it's Simdogger by 0.5 on pole in tier 2.
Woo! that was close. That was anybody's there. And Simdog has managed to break there. And he'll take a look at that. So close. 5.76 gets him pole position. 500 splits him and Stars. Unfortunate for Stars with that mishap. Trin 22 getting third there for the Williams team. Jacob Meister in fourth. Pondon, a good drive there. 1:14.3. Skins 6th, 7th. Psycho, Mickey, Nut, and Sax rounding out the top 10. And again, unfortunate there for Artanis there with his disqualification. The rest of the guys here will have free choice of tyre.
The 2 Red Bulls separated by 0.005 of a second in P8 and P9. Great go by them.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. 775, 780. Mitty putting all the love in chat. It looks like I'm the only one to keep chat alive. Alright, so for everybody to load in, and of course, formation lap. So Simdogger will lead these guys around the track. That last slow lap. Warmth, brakes, tyres, all that jazz. Be able to kick things off. 35 laps. Beautiful circuit. See who ends up on top at the end. Oh, Gus Rules gives Smitty a subscription. Look at that. That's what you get when you have to carry the weight of chat. You get rewarded. Elfidio 4 follows the channel. Thank you very much, sir.
Smitty's gone off.
Saurston, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Where is my sub? Alright. So here we are, on track. 35 laps ahead. 20 drivers on track. It's good to see full races. Simdogger leads the pack. Jim Bob 18, thank you so much for the follow. Jeez, everyone's turning out now. I love the fact that you can tell that Anarchy is Australian because he literally just said, "Can't bait, mate."
Yeah.
That's perfect. Thank you for the follow, Biggles. Much appreciated.
And yet you just know.
You know, 100% you know. Mate, yeah.
Nah.
Yes, Buck, this is a 50%.
So just looking at the tyre choices, obviously everyone on the top 10 starting on the softs. And we've got two more soft runners outside the top 10. Vasa in 17th and Bully in 19th.
Pondon and Mickey have... Something's happened there, and both of them have been disqualified from the... That's going to be rough. They're going to start with cold tyres. That's not good.
Yeah, exactly. We've got two hard runners as well. We've got Combat Rat in 13th and Artanis in P20. Everyone else on the mediums. So, on the more optimal strategy, but anything can happen here. Have a safety car.
Hopefully Codemasters gives me a bone and camera works. Because for some reason, every time people line up on the grid, the camera just breaks. Right. Here we go. Everyone's gridded up. The race is ready to start. There are the lights. Now we wait. As Mika gets a drive-through penalty for the jump start. That's not gone down well, but here we go. Off the line. Everyone seems to have a decent start. I really wish the camera would cooperate with me. Here we go. Stars manages to get in front of Simdogger as it looks like Skins tries to do a dive down the inside, and he manages to get in front of Trin as well.
Inside doing a spin. And a McLaren as well. Oh, Saxa's Renault's going around as well.
Saxa drops down all the way into 20th. We're on board with Mickey right now here in 9th position, having a look at some of these drivers as they go through turn 4 now. There seems to be a little bit of a fight at the front. And there's the AWS predicted pit stop strategy, medium to hard or a 2-stop. I don't think anybody's going to go for the 2-stop. That'll definitely be the slower one. But Stars with an absolute fantastic start.
Oh, the other Haas has got around as well. Touched the concrete curb on the inside. Round she went.
You can't do that. That thing is like Bahrain.
Jacob already picked up a 3-second penalty for track limits. That'll be another one to watch. Oh, easy to get penalties here. Oh, look at Alfa Romeo's gone around. Oh, he's taking out his teammate and a Ferrari.
Oh no, 3 cars out. You can see them there just on turn 2 on the map.
Oh, Bateman's pointing the wrong way. Broken front wing. Doing a flick turn.
Oh,
and he's
no!
disqualified. It took him too long.
It took him too long. No
what a shame.
way. Alright, so Batemate gets hit with the disqualification.
So both Alfa Romeos have got wing damage, Artanis and Mika. And Mika's got that drive-through penalty as well for jumping the start. So a horrible, horrible race. The Alfa Romeos.
King J and CK80 are having a really nice fight there down the main straight. And it looks like King J just got a little bit sideways coming out of turn 1. So CK's managed to make that up again. All these times have desynced a little, so I'm going to have to try and keep up. I'll jump on board with Nut here. Chasing down Vasa. Racing point. Oh, a bit wide there. It says... Oh, I love this game sometimes. It says Trin is minus 1 minute 17 seconds. But he's in 4th. DRS is enabled lap 3. Now we get to see the magic of the toe. Source in there, turn the dashboard HUD off. I would, except people like to see the specifics in terms of the ERS percentages and everything like that. Because we've had this discussion before. And the majority of people prefer the... You know what I wish I could do? I wish I could have it off automatically when I'm on TCAM. And I wish I could have it on during outboard. But yeah, this game is very basic on features. So, I mean, we've had those couple of incidences at the start, but other than that, it's pretty clean. Everyone's got nice gaps to each other. It looks like Skins ended up getting shafted a little bit. He's outside DRS range now. Jump on board with Jacob Meister here as we go through here. So there's the DRS. Well, Pondon just absolutely shut off there. My God, Jacob Meister has nothing. Mickey makes an overtake on Psycho there. Well, they're still battling, I think. Mickey squeezes it out. Up into 7th now. Vasa and Keeper doing the same. Oh, you can see him trading places there, I think. As Bully gets a 3-second time penalty. We do have
we've got another Alfa Romeo around. Mick has spun around again, turn 5.
There he is there off the track. He's got to be careful with that rejoin. Be sure not to get in anyone's way. Oh, it's going to be a rough rejoin, my God. Look at all those dots on the map. That's a sensible thing that waits.
I think he's ghosted because he's lap down already, so
okay.
Caused too much grief.
Simdogger just picked up a 3-second time penalty there. That's not going to be fun.
No, especially not if Stars can keep it clean.
Nut is really, really close to Vasa here. Definitely attack range, but here we go. Trin might just do the same to Skins here. He's on DRS. He's going to look for that inside of turn 1. I don't think it's going to be enough. There's Pondon there in the background. Baker Master behind him. So far, so good. Lap 7 is where these tyres, the soft runners, will start to feel the burn. Sick 8, he picks up a 3-second time penalty there. So Simdogger's now going to have to really push to make up for that penalty. Skins picks up one now. Sector yellow flag. It's one of the Haas.
Yeah, Bully's gone around again. He's been struggling, keeping his tyres cool after a couple of spins.
All right, here we go. So Star's in the lead, but not for long as Simdogger has the DRS. He'll overtake him with absolutely no effort at all.
Oh, we've got a Red Bull. Nutta's gone around just in between the last 2 corners. And he comes into the pits as well. Don't know if there was any contact there. There was a group of cars around them.
Simdogger in the lead of this race now. Have a look at this. Everyone from 1st to 5th is within 1 second of each other. London pushing, trying to catch Trin here. Oh, stay off the curb. Stay off the curb. Ooh. Really front end, but he catches it. See, I need to be able to control the camera like this. If I could choose which one on which part of the track, oh, my life would be so much better. Beautiful, the helicopter cams. All these guys coming around. Now we're going to have to keep an eye out here. Stars will obviously set this up. Simdog is going to burn that ERS. No, actually, he's not. DRS doesn't look like it's enough. Stars doesn't have that straight line speed that you'd expect. Trin now catching up to Skins. Skins going a little bit wide. It looks like the Williams might be able to squeeze him out on the inside. Ondon's close behind as well. Doesn't quite work, but he does have the DRS again. Go turn 4. Oh, Pondon had a much better entry there than Trin. But you also got to be careful because you don't want to lose a wing just because you're faster. This is a nice, tight front of the grid. This bully picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Pondon as well, picking up a 3-second penalty.
Oh no. Oh, he's going so well. Going so well. Skins pulls off into the pits, and so does Simdogger. So Simdogger, Stars, and Skins all come in. Trin and Pondon decide to stay out. So Trin will take the lead of this race as of lap 8. And there's a sector 3 yellow flag.
Trin had to stay out there. They didn't want to double stack because he would have lost so much track.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
he will have to stay out.
Yeah, the 2 Williams, of course. I mean, that's obvious. I don't know how I didn't see that. Oh, Pondon now tries to go for an attack around turn 2. It's a long way round. I don't think he's going to squeeze it out. But he looked, and that's what matters.
Got a nice little battle happening between King J and CK80 as well. Just coming down the hill, heading towards turn 2.
So where did everybody exit out? Simdogger, Stars, and Skins 10th, 11th, 12th, respectively. But King J is very close in contention. Pondon's close in contention now. Keeper and Psycho having a bit of a battle. Looks like they're going to trade places as they come through the chicane. Wow. Well done, Keeper. As they come around here, let's see, Pondon. Yep, Pondon and Trin both coming into the pits there.
I think Simdogger and Stars came out into clean air as well, so they haven't been held up too much by midfield traffic, so they should still come out in the same position they were in before. Will be a bit close. No, they are going to come out well clear. We've got Alfa Romeo around the second last corner. Pretty high road race for them. Yeah, just had a spin on the pit curb.
There's so many intervals for me to keep track of.
I think Skins and Jacob have both come out in front of Trin. Pretty sure he was in front of the pair of them, so Trin has lost out after that pit stop.
Yep, as has Pondon. They both came in at the same time, and they're 10th and 11th respectively.
So Jacob's gone the undercut, so he's already been on those hards for over a lap. Skins, I think he just benefited from probably the pit position there.
Decelerate the current leader of this race.
The effective leader is Simdogger.
Yep. Keeper Combat, CK80, and King J, who is currently on the screen now. All of these guys still yet to pit, but they did start on the harder compounds, so they'll be going for the long early stint. Simdogger here will probably make the move on King J. Yep, goes on the out, or the inside rather. Turn 1, makes the move pretty easily.
Pondon having a go at Trin as well. Trin has dropped out of DRS range of Jacob, so he's a sitting duck for Pondon, who does have it.
Don't think he's going to be able to squeeze past turn 2. It's going to be rough.
Oh,
see, Trin,
that was a bit close.
Trin just stays right in the center of the track there. Clever defending. See, this always gets me. Turn 4. Oh, you always got to modulate your throttle, because if the guy in front of you chooses not to, you're losing a wing. Down through the gears now. Pondon doing his best.
Trin's tyres have come up to temperature. He's caught right up to the back of Jacob, so he'll have DRS this lap.
Pondon's got to be really careful. He's every time he puts those tyres in the Astro, he's losing that back end. So something he's got to be aware of, because he doesn't want to have a spin out now. He's already got a penalty. It's going to hurt him.
We have a lock up on the front left for Pondon.
Alright, so CK80 is looking in his rearview mirror and possibly shaking in his boots. Simdogger looks for the overtake. Goes there. Bit of a desync there, but we're back. Sim Dogger. Oh, CK80 moves over. He knows that's not his race. Tannis picks up a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, bait in the chat there. Just want to go DQ for trying to turn the car around. Yeah, that's rough. It's annoying that you only have so long to do that, and then the game will automatically disqualify you. So that is rough, man.
So Trin's definitely picked up a warning there. He ran a bit wide at turn 4, all 4 tyres off the track. Gonna have to be careful because with the field this tight, whoever doesn't get a penalty is going to benefit after the race.
Yep. Lap 11 of 35. Almost a third of the way through the race now. Appreciate the brilliant commentary, fan. I try my best. Thank you, sir. And here we go. So there's a couple of battles happening. We'll stay on board with Pondon. We'll keep an eye on some of these times. Skins is trying to jump up on King. King might go up on the inside. You can see him right there. Oh, I think it's 3 wide at some point. Skins manages to squeeze back, so I think King J's the one that's going to lose out the most. Skins manages to get past. We've got a Sector 3 yellow flag. Looks like one of the Alfa Romeos went off the track slightly. Oh, look at this train. 5 cars as they approach turn 4. Ooh, a bit wide. Thank you, Biggles. Much appreciated. Pondon looks... Look at this train. Barca picking up a 3-second top penalty. Come on, helicopter cam. Helicopter cam. God damn it.
Got another 4-car train happening as well further back. We've got Saxa, Psycho, Vasa, and Artanis.
Kick Brundle and Crofty out and put you boys in the commentary.
Keep Brundle.
You're trying to flatter me, and that's brilliant, but that's not happening. I can guarantee you, if Formula One, if Liberty Media ever was like, here, commentate a race, there would be nothing
hell
but
of a fight going into turn 1.
Oh, let's see, Trin just lost out there.
So scrappy.
So Trin is still looking for an attack vector. King.
Oh, King J blocks Pondon there.
Yep,
Trin goes around the outside, which becomes the inside for turn 3.
There's absolutely nowhere he could go, though.
And Pondon's going to lose some time here. He's got the slower car in between the two of them. Oh, he has to get on the brakes pretty hard to avoid the Haas.
That's what I was talking about. Turn 4. It's one of those things where if you follow very, very closely, he goes up on the inside of the curb.
Yeah,
and he makes the pass.
He couldn't afford to lose much more time behind the Haas there, so
King J gives just enough respect. Yep, just enough respect there to let him through on the chicane. But yeah, that's what I mean. Turn 4, if you follow people there and they decide to hit the brakes on you, man, you better have quick reflexes, otherwise you're hitting him. That's just how it is.
Yeah, you're hitting him or you're running wide, so it's great awareness.
Oh, Panda, that was BDE. For those of you wondering, BDE stands for Big Driver Energy.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you, Fizzy Jam for the follow as well. I saw that there. Not going to sneak under me that time. Look at all these position changes. How do we even keep up? All right, Jacob Monster makes the overtake on CK80. Looks like Combat jumps. Simdogger there. Simdogger and Stars are still having a fight as they move into turn 2. Now Trin and Pondon are fighting again. Trin's trying to go up on the outside of CK80. CK80 is slowly squeezing him out.
It squeezes him hard. Oh, and he gives him a shove back as well.
That's it. Elbows out.
Pondon's going to try and get past him before turn 4.
Have a look at this. Oh, now it's through turn 4. This is risky.
Oh,
but he makes it work. It's so wide.
Oh, he really wanted to get through there, but yeah, he's got it done. And he's still within DRS distance of Trin, so good job sticking to him. Meanwhile, Jacobs pulled out 1.7 seconds on Trin, so doing a great job at the front.
I've had a holy big BDE. Some great driving here so far. Lap 14 of 35. And it's still technically anyone's race. Decelerate, Keeper, and Combat all
Oh,
first,
we got
second,
a
and
Renault
third.
Saxer, I think, has gone around there.
Yeah, you can see that there at just before the start of Sector 3.
He was doing a bit of a Grosjean flick spin there. Was
Oh, Stars.
Oh, he's cooked his rears. He's cooked them hard.
Stars is looking to try and fight Combat here as they move up into turn 2. So he's made that move work. Now Simdogger's going to look, try and get past. Will he do the Pondant thing and try and get past early? No, he'll play the safe game. He'll play the safe game? Yes, he will. Nice and easy through turn 4. Looks like Artanis there in 13th is floating right behind Psycho. There's a little battle happening as well. This battle's all over the place. That's what you want to see. And the problem is, I've only got two sets of hands. 2 sets of hands? 2 hands. I can't speak. I got nothing. Math is hard. Lap 15 to 35. As Mickey picks up a 3-second time penalty there.
King Jade as well getting a 3-second penalty.
Here comes Simdogger. Right up on the left of Combat. Thank you very much, sir. Makes the move work. Now he's got to try and chase down Stars. The only problem is Stars has managed to put a 1.3-second gap to him.
So we've got the Renault Saxers retired. He's cooked his tyres and he's put it into the wall just before the second last corner. Hopefully safety car doesn't come out. No, I think it has cleared, so play on. Simdogger, second 3-second penalty.
That's not good. That's not good. He's driving really, really well, but if he keeps this up, he's going to drop so many positions. Psycho with a 3-second time penalty there. Have a look at Mickey here as well. He's trying to chase down CK80 just behind. Oh, pit lane. AFR has a pit lane channel. Our own very own Alex Jacques. To be fair, sometimes the pit lane channel is better. I've actually, as CK80 pulls into the pits here, so Keeper as well. Combat decides to stay out. Now the two Clarens are on each other. Jacob Meister's
Had his overtake deployed then as well. I think he was trying to get by Combat there, but pretty hard to do it into turn 4.
Think about the... Nope. He's behind, but he's very, very close. Combat's tyres obviously not as fresh. He also doesn't have as much ERS.
Oh, Psycho's gone round at turn 5. Think he's touched the concrete curb.
Oh, Jacob Meister looks for the attack! And he gets it done on the inside of turn 12. Well done as Decelerate picks up a 3-second time penalty there. The only problem is Jacob Meister made the overtake, but Combat now has DRS. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. No, I think it's just going to let him float. Ooh, hold on. It's just let him catch up, but no Vector. Pondon on Trin, though. So right now, Stars in the lead of this race, not by a lot, but the problem is Simdogger does have 6 seconds of penalty, so unless Stars gets them as well, Simdogger's going to have to pull a godly drive to keep this up. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mattia. so far, very, very close racing. Great to watch. London still trying to fight past Trin here. Trin doing a good job to hold him off. Simdog is trying to close in using DRS, but it's just not working.
He's not using his overtake. He doesn't have a lot left.
Yeah.
So he may just be biding his time, trying to save a bit of fuel and a bit of energy.
See Trin doing everything to hold Pondon off here. Pondon's running his ERS reserves very, very low. Trin's got 60% in the bank. Here we go. Look at Simdog all the way up on the Stars gearbox here. Jay takes CK80 at the back, I believe. Yep. So Stars and Simdonga, same strategy. Simdonga needs 6 seconds of buffer, or to have Stars, or to try and see if he can force Stars to make mistakes. Stars doing his best to try and break that toe. It is working. Simdonga not using the overtake. He, of course, doesn't have much of it in reserve. Fights happening all over here. The Keeper's trying to get close up to decelerate here. They fight all the way up to turn 4. Let's have a look. Keeper will look for the overtake. Oh, this is risky. Oh, this is risky. Oh, this is risky. Yep. He made the overtake, but he took the 3-second time penalty. King J also in a prime spot here, looking to make a jump. Lap 20 of 35. Oh, it's a combat.
Finally pits.
Yep. This might actually be the moment. Oh no, Trin gets a DRS there, so Pondon's going to have to make sure to keep up. Brakes later. Turn 1. Simdog is still floating around that 4/10 mark. I think his goal is to try and force Stars to make a mistake.
Yeah, I don't think it's working though, because Simdog just had a horrible exit out of the corner there, and he's dropped outside the DRS window.
He's having to use ERS to catch up as well. Got to try and limit that. He's got to try and limit those small mistakes.
Oh, he's right on the cusp.
Oh, is he going to get timed out?
He was over a second there.
Yep. He got timed
I don't
out.
think he's got it.
Got timed out.
He's
Stars
lost DRS.
Yep. That's rough. Skins has burnt every single percentage of ERS he had to try and get away from Jacob Meister there. Pondon is desperately trying to catch Trin. He's doing such a good drive, but I feel like there's something in the back of his head that's making him play just a bit safe. He probably picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit. I think that's twice now, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Jacob Meister picks up one as well.
That's a second. Skins just has the one as well.
Oh, Trent! Hold on. I think that's just a desync from my end. Yep, there we go. What's going on there? But so 3 yellow flag. Looks like the AlphaTauri just went off the track a little bit there. King J picks up a penalty as well. Artanis in the pits. Combat. Fastest lap, 118.020. Currently 10th, so he will get that point if it stays.
Yeah, he found himself in a nice
Oh no!
bit of
Jacob
thin air.
Meister! He hit the inside curb coming around turn 5. That is unfortunate. Talked about it all throughout Tier 1, but he managed to bite him. Let's go to the replay. See if we can see that again.
Hasn't picked up any damage. His tyres are going to be cooked.
Here we go. Through turn 4. Up around turn 5, and you can see that front right just touch the concrete there. Tries to catch the slide. Oh, those I don't want to even know what the marbling on those tires looks like now.
Yeah, it was a shame. He was all over the back of skins. He was looking pretty good for a podium.
Trin is weaving down the straight to try and break this tire.
Yeah,
And
he
Pondon
doesn't
is...
need to do that. Pondon's not pushing too hard. Oh, he had the overtake button on there and lost the rear, so maybe he was pushing to try and get in that lap, but he'll have to wait another one.
Closest battle so far. Stars. I'm sorry.
While we were watching that, Sim's in front of Stars.
That's it. Through all of that, Sim managed to overtake Stars. I have no idea. This is what happens when you got to watch like 4 different intervals. Get caught out. But the key thing here is Stars hasn't got a penalty yet. So
It had to be a mistake by Stars because the gap was about almost 1.4 seconds.
yep. So Skins is doing really well here. He's maintaining 3rd. Trent with a 4-second gap to him. 5 seconds, sorry. DRS is only allowing... It's weird. That Renault does not have straight line speed. DRS is only allowing him to just maintain the gap.
Yeah, I wonder if Pondon's gone for a high downforce setup and Trin's gone for a lower one. He does seem to catch him up through the slower sector too.
Artanis there with a 1:16.3. Fresh softs. Taking away the extra point from anyone in the top 10 at the moment. Jump on board with Stars at the moment, who's slowly but surely bringing this gap down. The Sim Dogger here. Now, he is in comfortable territory due to the penalties. That was not a great exit. Sim Dogger with absolutely no ERS.
He was using a fair bit of his overtake though. He's only got 14% left.
Oh, Psycho locks up hard coming through turn 13. Now Artanis. Pretty easy shot. Here it is. There's the DRS line. And goodbye, sir. Great move there. Moves up into 11th. He can get himself into the top 10. Earn an extra point for that lap.
Stars is right on the edge of the DRS zone for Simdogger. He's using overtake. He's trying to get back within a second.
King J at the back here. Fighting with CK80. Oh, what happened there? But the racing point absolutely took off. Stars is now outside that DRS range.
He didn't make it. They both had pretty horrible exits out of the second last corner. Sim using his overtake, but he really didn't have to that lap. It's he's far enough in front.
Condon is still floating around that 5/16 mark. And Stars is now blown out to 1.1. Comes King J. Oh, mincemeat. Look at this. Woo! Right over. Inside. Very much. Take that, no problem. And the second DRS too, thanks to the detection zone. And done.
Pondon's getting himself set up to do a pass on Tren. He's used a little bit of overtake through sector 2 to get quite close. He's within half a second.
This might be the setup he needs. 50% on that ERS meter. Tren, they're at the same level.
He had a tiny lock up in the second last corner though, and he has lost a couple of tenths there.
It's
They're
blown out.
both using the overtake.
Oh, but it's much more effective for the Renault as he comes up to turn 1. Watch out with the overtake. See the front end, how squirrely it is. He's caught it well. Pondon is doing very, very... Tren can't rest. I think that's the key to take away, right? So Pondon's just close enough where Tren has to be wary of it. So it could play on his mind.
Oh,
See,
he had a mega exit.
Mega. Look at that.
Oh,
Don't touch the inside. Don't touch the
that was
inside.
very, very close.
Oh, he's going to go on the inside of these. Oh, they touched.
please
No.
don't.
That was risky.
Not a great move there. He's cooked his retires as well. And Jacobs back in it. Makes the pass on Pondon.
Jacobs made it through, yeah. Oh, it was an attempt, but I feel as though with how safe he'd been playing the rest of the race, maybe he just got desperate. But unfortunately, that's going to cost him now. He's going to have to try and catch back up.
I think he may.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say I think he may have been wary that he had a 3-second penalty and Trin didn't, so he may have needed to
Yeah, fair.
get by him as soon as possible. So, real shame though.
See how he fares with 6 laps left in this race. Now we look back to Artanis, currently 10th place, fastest lap on the soft tyre. He's trying to chase down Decelerate, he's trying to chase down Keeper. You know, judging by the speed you can get here, I wouldn't be surprised if he catches both of them. He'll catch Decelerate for sure. He'll probably try and go up on the inside. Late break, late break, late break, late break. Yes, he does. That's through turn 1. He'll have DRS again, so now can he catch Keeper? Through turn 2, it's a bit far, but I feel as though maybe the speed will carry through to turn 4, and then he's just got to be careful to stay clear of that inside line through turn 5. Let's have a look. He'll be so much faster through here for sure.
I think to rub salt in the wounds as well, I think Pondon may have a DRS failure. He was within DRS of Jacob on both straights and didn't have it open at all, so...
Keep an eye on that. If he indeed does have a DRS failure, that's so unfortunate. Here we go, Artanis biding his time. Probably make a move, no issues, keep up. Decent amount of ERS, but that back wing is going to prevent him. The exit from Martinez was so much faster. Here we go. Have a look at this. You're about to see a very, very large Ferrari in a second. There he goes. The inside. Nice and easy. And he'll get the DRS again as well. No problem at all. Up in 8th now. That is good work from Martinez. Sector 2 yellow flag. Looks like one of the Alfa Romeos.
Yeah, just Alfa Romeo of Mika getting out of the way. The Simdogger and Stars catching up the back of the pack. And Sim is desperately trying to get within a second so we can get DRS to keep him away from Stars. He's still 1.4 seconds back, but was within the 1 second mark in Sector 2.
Back down at 15th here is both the racing points. Technically currently fighting each other.
Decelerate coming back at keeper as well. 2.5 tenths the gap.
At 31 to 35, 4 left on the board. Let's have a look. Can Decelerate catch him? There's no ERS left in the tank. But the DRS seems to be a lot more powerful for the AlphaTauri. Oh, he sticks to the outside. Can he make it around? Keeper might lock him out. So far, that's the case. But don't rule out Combat here, who's managed to catch up through all of this. Oh, that AlphaTauri is close. Oh! The more they fight, the closer Combat gets. Don't touch the inside. Thank you, Helicopter Cam. Oh, I love that. There's Keeper out in front, trying to hold them off. Oh, thank you for the follow. John Barnes.
Vass has touched the curb of death.
Yep.
Lost that battle against CK80 and that.
This is going to be an interesting drag race. We go around the corner. CK80 picks up a warning. Penalty, rather. Here's the DRS. So Decelerate's going to catch Keeper. That's probably a given. Or maybe. Oh, wow. Combat is... That McLaren has something in it. Oh, it goes on the inside.
Oh, he backed out. Probably a smart decision there.
Yeah. Didn't want to risk a wing there. Thank you for the follow, Barack. He's going to attack. 3 laps left in this race. I'm telling you now, Combat's going to go for a massive dive. And hopefully it pays off. His mediums still have performance in them. Decelerate's probably going to try and make a drastic move against Keeper. Does Simdogger have any penalties? Yes, 6 seconds. As long as Stars doesn't mess up heavily, Stars will take the win.
And Stars may know that as well. He's backed off a little bit, so he may just be saving the tyres, saving the fuel, saving the RS. He's got another 3 seconds to play with, so if he keeps that all in hand, he can push pretty hard in the last lap or two, just to make sure it doesn't blow out to a 6 second gap, which would give Simdogger the win.
Here we go. Ooh, Combat came out second best there. Definitely not fast enough. Decelerate goes on the outside. Left side, goes around turn 1. Looks like he'll win this, no problem. Oh, Keeper manages to edge him out. Not bad.
Well defended. Nearly a touch as well. Kept it clean though.
Thank you for the follow, Zach. Ooh, Artanis picks up a 3 second time penalty. Keep going really, really slow in the turn 5 there.
Yeah, the AlphaTauri had to move off the racing line to be able to avoid hitting the back of the Ferrari.
Yeah, so Combat's It's a bit slow through this sector, and it expands. Oops, the AFR goes a bit wide there. It's not working out too well. However, Decelerate's having a hard time getting past Keeper here. Psycho picks up yet another 3-second penalty. Star's now out to 2-second gap. He has to know he's coming to it.
Combat.
Oh, does he catch him? Does he catch him? Combat's looking for it. There might even be a double overtake. Nah, see, he pulls it. He's playing. He doesn't want to ruin his race with 1 lap to go. Oh, but he might. Oh, but he might. Inside T2.
Decelerator runs deep, holds position. Combat's only got 1 more shot at it. It's not many opportunities around this track.
Thank you for the follow, Joe. PW Jones. Much appreciated. Oh, Decelerate with a 3-second time penalty. That's going to give Combat a well
I think Combat's already
advantage.
kept it clean, so that's Decelerate's 2nd penalty, so Combat's already going to finish in the points, but he really wants to get past Keeper as well, so... In fact, just looking at his penalties, Combat may actually end up P8. Artanis, Keeper, and Decelerate all have penalties, multiple penalties.
So, we'll stay on board here with Combat, Decelerate, and Co. But it is lap 35, which means Simdogger will be very, very close to taking this win. I'll just switch over real quick. The Simdogger comes around that turn 13. He will take the win. However, or at least on track position, but Stars will overtake him with penalties. Go across the line here at Hungary. So a great drive by
He knows it
Simdogger.
as well.
And
it
Stars
done.
takes the win. So Skin's now coming around in 3rd, but real
Great
quick.
drive from the McLaren. Great drive.
Let's just jump back onto that fight. Bully picks up a 5-second penalty for unserved. So Skins in 3rd, Trin takes 4th, Jacob Meister goes up in a 5th, and Pondon unfortunately in 6th place. Now let's have a look. If Combat keeps this clean, where will he end up?
He'll do it. He's got to be within 9 seconds of Artanis.
Oh!
He does it. He
Nails
does
it. Combat Rat
5
jumps
seconds.
all the way up into 8th place.
Great drive by Combat.
Brilliant drive. Artanis does, however, get to keep that fastest lap point, as he is 9th. So that was a great drive. All right, so Keeper, Psycho, Nut there in 13th. Everyone else crossing the line. That is the race over. Well deserved to Stars there, keeping it clean, which just shows you how important that is. And yes, the driver of the day, Artanis, for the mass overtakes at the end there. He switched over to the soft compound. So that's it. That's the importance of driving clean. It's track's rough too, because there are so many places where you can push a bit too fast and get given that warning. Thank you for the follow, ATM. But all in all, a very good race. A lot of battles. I was having a hard time trying to keep up with all those intervals.
Yeah, absolutely. When Jacob spun, we had no idea what was going on at the front, and Simdogger got on track in front, but not to be at the end.
There it is. 6 seconds his undoing. So he won on track, but he didn't win at the end. Stars taking the win, well deserved. Simdogger in 2nd, Skins coming in with 3rd. So that's good points for McLaren. 3rd and 8th place, not bad. Print 22, 4th place. Jacob Meister coming up in 5th. Unfortunate for Pondon. Tried to get that risky overtake done, but it didn't pan out. And with the 6-second penalties as well, obviously that dropped him even further. Combat Rat in 8th there. Great drive by him. Artanis taking the fastest lap as well. In 9th, not bad. And Decelerate rounding out the top 10. An unfortunate drive for Saxa and Batemate, both with the DNS. Batemate, no fault of his own, but unfortunately not being able to spin the car around in time. So That's a rough one. All right, that is it for us here at AFR. I hope you've enjoyed that. Obviously, stay tuned for next week as we come back for what track is after Hungary?
It's Monza, I think, isn't it? No, hang on.
Spa,
It
I
is.
think.
It is Spa. You're right.
Yes, thank you. Awesome. I have some form of memory. All right, guys. Again, hopefully you've enjoyed that. I've been Kuno Zero. This has been Gus Rules, and we will catch you on the next one. Goodbye for now.
See you guys.